Hi everyone, Miss Turdick here, and this afternoon we're going to play a game of Simon Says basketball. Before you get started, you want to make sure that you have a trusted adult to supervise you. You probably want to do this game outside, and I would recommend doing it on flat pavement. So a driveway works really well, the sidewalk outside your home may work well. Just make sure that you're away from street traffic. You'll want to make sure that you're in comfortable clothes and running shoes. You'll need a basketball, and if you don't have a basketball like what I have here, a simple utility ball works just as well. Now, if you're somebody who is a beginner at basketball, you're also going to want to make sure that you've got 5 random objects to keep handy. I will explain the purpose of those objects in a little bit. So this game is very similar to a traditional game of Simon Says. You can ask a trusted adult or a sibling to take on the role of Simon while you participate. So your trusted adult will say something simply like, Simon says, dribble the basketball with your left hand and touch your knee. Simon says, dribble the ball with your right hand and jump up and down. If Simon does not say, Simon says, dribble the basketball with your left hand and touch your elbow, and you do that, then you'll be out. If you are somebody who is just learning how to dribble a basketball, the ball may scoot away from you. And that's okay if that happens, because this game is all about building practice. So that's where our 5 or so random objects come in handy. So if you're a beginner, you might want to allow yourself 5 opportunities for the ball to scoot away. Each time the ball scoots away from you, you'll go and grab an object to put beside you. When you've collected 5 objects beside you, then you'll know that you're out. If you're somebody whose skills are developing and you're feeling a little more confident, you might want to play with only 2 or 3 objects. That way, if the ball gets away from you 2 or 3 times and you see 2 or 3 objects at your feet, then you'll know that you're out and it's time to switch roles. For those of you who consider yourself a more advanced basketball player, you might not want to play with any objects at all. And if the ball does scoot away from you, then you're out. So let's get started with this game. But before we do, let's remember our proper dribbling technique. So when you are dribbling a basketball, you want to make sure that you're dribbling the ball using your fingers. You don't want to use your palm or the back of your hand to control the ball. Control the ball with your fingers. You also want to make sure that the ball is rising to about hip or waist height on your body. If the ball gets too high or the ball gets too low, it can get difficult to control and it may get away from you. You also want to do your best to be looking up and looking around as you're dribbling the ball. That gives you good practice for applying these skills to a game situation. If you're a beginner and you want to look down at the ball as you're dribbling, that's okay, but just make sure that you're peeking up every once in a while too, because that'll help you to become a better player. So for the purpose of this game, I'm going to take on the role of Simon, and my helper is going to be our participant. Now, he's an experienced basketball player, so we're not going to play with any objects. So if the ball does get away from him, he's out. So to get started, you want to take some time to practice dribbling the ball with your dominant hand, so that would be the hand that you print with or feel most comfortable with. And then you want to take some time dribbling with your non-dominant hand, and then you may want to do something like crossovers just to get yourself good and warmed up. When you're ready, let your trusted adult or sibling who's playing the role of Simon know that you're all good to go and start the game. So we're just going to trade off the camera, and my helper's going to take over and I'm going to become Simon. Okay, so here he goes. So I'm going to give him a chance to practice dribbling the ball with both hands. Okay, and we notice that he's using his fingertips to control the ball. The ball's coming to about his hip or waist height. He's going to do some crossovers now. Okay, now he's pretty experienced, so we may want to dribble the ball between his legs just so he's feeling good and ready. There he goes. Okay, so I think he's all set, and let's begin the game. Okay, Simon Says, dribble the ball with your left hand and touch your knee. Simon Says, dribble the ball with your left hand and touch your shoulder. Simon Says, dribble the ball with your right hand and touch your toe. Simon Says, dribble the ball with your right hand and jump up and down. Simon Says, dribble the ball with your left hand and turn around in a circle. Dribble the ball with your right hand and touch your tummy. Oh, good job. Great listening. So I think you get the hang of this game, Simon Says Basketball. It's a fun game that you can play anytime and anywhere outside. Take care and have fun.